He sexually assaulted one of the patients. She had Alzheimer's. Do you remember how old she was?
I do not remember, but I do know she needed to be in a nursing home and was incapacitated.
She was 93 years old. You gave him 11 months and 15 days, didn't you, for assaulting this woman?
If that is what your records show, I have no reason to disagree with that.
And he grinned, according to the news reports. Grinned at you.
Welcome to Liberty Trigger. Folks, buckle up. What we just witnessed in the Senate Judiciary Committee should shake every single American to their core. Senator John Kennedy did what so few in Washington have the backbone to do. He stood up, asked the hard questions, and exposed a judicial nominee who is simply not fit to wear the robe of federal judge. Now, let me tell you something. This wasn't politics as usual. This was about justice. This was about protecting the most vulnerable among us. And what did we learn? That a man, 25 years old, a nursing assistant, sexually assaulted a 93-year-old woman with Alzheimer's. Let that sink in. 93, incapacitated, in a nursing home. And what sentence did this judge hand down? 11 months. 11 months and 15 days. You serve more time for unpaid parking tickets in some cities.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge Wildheimimer, am I saying your name right?
You are. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Who is Brian Labus, L-A-B-U-S? Is that name ring a bell?
Brian Labus, if I am remembering correctly, since I had 2 years in criminal, about 2,000 cases assigned to me, I believe he was the first human trafficker case we had in Montgomery County. Am I remembering that correctly, Senator?
Well, he was 25 years old. He was a nursing assistant.
Oh, that's a different case. I do recall that one. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, nursing home. He sexually assaulted one of the patients. She had Alzheimer's. Do you remember how old she was?
I do not remember, but I do know she needed to be in a nursing home and was incapacitated.
She was 93 years old. He's 25. He gets her alone. She's got Alzheimer's. And he molests her. This meathead made bail. And because he's like a rock, only dumber, he immediately goes out and drives while smoking dope. He gets arrested. And he came before you for sentencing. Do you remember what sentence you gave him?
I do, and my recollection of the facts is slightly different. My recollection is his DUI arrest was after my sentencing, but regardless, you are correct, he had the DUI. This was a negotiated sentence in this case.
What sentence did you give him?
I do not recall the terms of the negotiation. I do remember it was a negotiated sentence, and you
gave him 11 months and 15 days, didn't you, for assaulting this woman?
If that is what your records show, I have no reason to disagree with that.
And he grinned, according to the news reports. Grinned at you. You remember that?
I do not recall that. I do have recollections of this case, and if I may, Senator, it is a case in which the Commonwealth had...
Yes, ma'am, but I don't want you to take all my time telling me about the case, because I've looked at the case. For the DUI, after this meathead assaults a 93-year-old Alzheimer patient, you gave him 11 months and 15 days. For the DUI case, you gave him 3 days to 6 months.
Senator, the DUI was not in front of me. I was out of the criminal division by then, and I believe that went to a judge that took my cases when I...
And the worst part, according to reports, this creep, this predator, actually grinned at the judge. That's not justice. Folks, that's a slap in the face to every American who believes in accountability. That's a betrayal the very oath judges are supposed to uphold. Now, when Senator Kennedy pressed her on it, what did she do? Did she stand firm? Did she defend her record with clarity? No. She stumbled. She deflected. She claimed she didn't remember the details. She hid behind the excuse of a negotiated sentence. Well, let me ask you, if you can't remember sentencing a man who molested a 93-year-old Alzheimer's patient, what can you remember? And this is where it gets even worse. Kennedy didn't stop there. He pushed her on basic legal doctrines, on taxation, on fundamental concepts that any first-year law student should know by heart. And she fumbled, she wavered, she proved, right there in front of the nation, that she doesn't have the judgment, the character, or the backbone to sit on the federal bench. And this, my fellow patriots, is exactly why we're in trouble as a nation. The left keeps shoving nominees through the pipeline. People with shiny resumes, people who check the right political boxes. But when you scratch beneath the surface, what do you find? Weakness, evasion, excuses, a refusal to call evil what it is. A 93-year-old woman was assaulted. That should have been an open and shut case for serious prison time. But no, this judge went soft. And now she wants a lifetime appointment to decide what justice looks like for you, for me, and for our children. Folks, this isn't just about one case. It's about a pattern. It's about a system where criminals get coddled and victims get forgotten, where judges grin along with predators instead of standing with the innocent. We need more John Kennedys in Washington. Men and women who will cut through the doublespeak, who will refuse to rubber stamp unfit nominees, who will fight, not for the elites, not for the criminals, but for the people. Because let's be honest, if this is the kind of nominee the Democrats are putting forward, what does that tell you about their priorities? They don't care about justice. They don't care about protecting your family, your community, your country. They care about power. They care about ideology. And they care about rewarding their political allies. But Kennedy reminded them, and reminded us, that these appointments are not temp jobs. These are lifetime positions, lifetime power. And once that road goes on, it doesn't come off. If we put the wrong people in, we're stuck with them for decades. And that, my friends, is why we cannot afford to stay silent. So here's my takeaway. If you care about the integrity of our courts, if you care about protecting the most vulnerable in our society, if you believe justice should mean something again, then you should be outraged by what you just saw. Outraged, but not hopeless. Because as long as we've got voices like John Kennedy's in that chamber, there's still a chance to hold the line. And let me say it plainly, we need to demand better. Better judges, better accountability, better leadership. America deserves nothing less. If you agree with me, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Let them see the truth that the mainstream media won't show you. Let's keep this conversation alive. Let's keep the pressure on. And let's remind Washington that we the people are watching. God bless Senator John Kennedy. God bless the truth. And God bless the United States of America.